like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 5. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. I think I ain't spoke Spanish for so long, and stuff I say in Spanish is not gonna be on this channel. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a great Sunday, Monday, because y'all will get this late Sunday, early Monday, all that stuff. My internet was going in and out. I had a call Comcast. It's been crazy. I had too many videos. We have internet issues, and Comcast is just, you know how it is. Anyway, if you've not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jaybird. Jaybird. Hey, Jaybirds. I'm tired, so I'm a little bit giddy, y'all, so get ready for it. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment on the video, share the video, all that good stuff, to hit the notification bell to let you know when I have new videos up. Do not forget to shop my Teespring merchandise. The link is below. Shop my stuff at Teespring. I have hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, all that good stuff. And again, if you want to send me something, yes, I have a whole P.O. box, and the P.O. box address is in the description box below. I think I'm going to stop saying I said it enough. I'm tired of saying it. Anyway, but now people like, you didn't send your hand P.O. box, and I want to send you something. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to, but we want to. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, who's going to say no to stuff? Anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit giddy. So, this episode, you know what I'm saying? It was okay, whatever. We see Portia, then it's basically at some little hookah bar. I don't know if it's one that he owned or not. I don't remember. But they were there to meet Portia's mama. And I would want my boyfriend to meet my mama like at the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not want him to meet my mama like out with other people and all that stuff and cameras around. I would just, you know what I'm saying? Mom, come over to the house. Meet Dennis. Yeah, a little home cooked meal or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Tea stay on. So her mama come in. Her mama looks great. Her mama, you can tell her mama had some work done over the years. But her mama looks fantastic. She says how, what's going on with y'all, because Portia just so happy she's glowing or whatever. And I know she's not pregnant. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Now, I don't know if Portia was pregnant in that moment because we did see her puff the hookah. I also don't know how dangerous, because I'm like, no, because hookah is just flavored tobacco. So I'm hoping she wasn't she wasn't pregnant. But she was. When the mama said, I know she's not pregnant, we know she's pregnant, but whatever. And I'm going to give Portia the benefit of the doubt and say she did not know she was pregnant. And that's why she was smoking a hookah or drinking water. Anyway, Dennis says how, their energy just connected. And, I'm saying, things kind of fell in place with them too. And it was like it was meant to be. I say, you know what? I've had a few guys say that about me. Because in the beginning, that's how it feels. And no tea, no shade to her being happy or whatever. But in the beginning, energies do match up. Things do fall into place because you don't really know that person. You have to sometimes give some time. But, if they're happy, so I love it. He brings up how for himself, he's only going to get married one time. I said, oh, that's so nice. But that can also mean if I get married and it don't work out and I get divorced, I'm just not married again. But again, I'm not trying to hate. I'm just trying to say, you got to just be careful how you be making these early plans in the early stages of a relationship when it's only been like 5-6 months. Because we know how things go. Anyway, Portia bring up how, because he got his name. He got my name tattooed on him. And she's like, what? She's like, yeah, he got my name tattooed on him. And then I also got a matching tattoo. And I said, wait, you got that man's name tattooed on you? But she said she doesn't get his name tattooed. Behind his ear, he has a cross, a heart, and dollar sign, meaning, the faith, love, family, and then prosperity and money or whatever. So she's like, I I'm just so in love. And I woke up and like, I just want to show you how much I love you. And she went to the market and came back with a tattoo that matches his. I said, girl, you could buy that man a steak and suck his dick. Like, I don't even mean to be vulgar or whatever, but I mean, I, y'all know, well, most of y'all may know if y'all been here long enough. I had a tattoo based on love. Okay, my ex had my name tattooed on him. I had his name tattooed on me. It was a dumbass decision. I got it covered up. Tattoos don't mean shit, bro. Don't mean nothing at all. So let's just say that. Anyway, her mom brings up how this is so different because of her last marriage and her last man, meaning Cordell, he kind of took, no, Portia said she felt like her mama was okay with Dennis because Dennis was not trying to take her away. Whereas with the Cordell kind of took her away. It was she had like visiting hours. She couldn't her mama couldn't come and go if she pleased or whatever. She could only like be invited over. It just wasn't as welcoming. You know what I'm saying? Portia bring up how for her Cordell was very controlling. So this is different for her. They did show a couple scenes, well, like one or two scenes where Portia says, "Oh, Cordell, some." He said, "Don't tell me what to do." And then when she was telling them that Cordell would not want her going to strip club. Cordell and her have been over so long, I need them to stop bringing that up. Portia, they showed that was Portia's original face, original body, and original eyebrow. It's like, that's 4-5 bodies ago. Like, leave Cordell in his antics and that bullshit he put Portia through all the way in the past or whatever. So Portia brings up how for her, I just hear wedding bells and I can see the church will get married in. I say she must stumble over them churches and the wedding bells and got them condoms and she got knocked up. Girl, you heard the bassinet first? Did you hear the wedding bells and the bassinet? Shake it, the bassinet. Well, don't shake it when the baby shake a baby syndrome. But I mean, it's a whole nursery rhyme that you probably should have heard before you heard wedding bells. But either way it go, congratulations. So we do see Portia like, oh, did we toast some with water? Where the Hennessy? That's why I said, is she pregnant? Because where has Portia just been sitting around drinking water? You're bad. Anyway, we then see Candy, Cynthia, Nene and Marlo all meet up for lunch. I think this scene was so cute. Simply because it wasn't no arguing, fussing, fighting, wasn't even no negativity. Just 4 ladies eating food, like really eating, like ordering real food and eating real food or whatever. And just doing like girlfriends do. The whole point of the Housewives franchise was this premise right here. And I like how they were all sitting there and just shit like girlfriends do. Nene talking about how she only eats certain things and can she get that. Cynthia bringing up how she's happy with her man now and how her freak dumping went up. Girl, up to what? Because with Peter, that's how girlfriends talking. Cynthia being happy, whatever. Then Candy asked about how they feel about Portia and her new man, and Nene said how she is surprised how she has not met him yet because Marlo has. But, I digress. Nene say, I ain't met him yet. I'm surprised. And Marlo said, well, he's really cool or whatever. He's like a, cool country dude. But I'm looking like, hey, he's from Detroit. No, because I'm kind of country and I'm from here. But yeah, anyway. So Candy brings up how, she know people he dated. And Nene gonna say, so many people, Candy. Candy said, we aren't born and raised here. And in some cities, people who are born and raised there, you will know a whole bunch of people. Or somebody who knows somebody. So that is how it is. And I feel like Candy has probably only ever lived in Atlanta her whole life. So, what I'm saying? They say Atlanta ain't that big. Detroit ain't that big either. Okay? Anyway, she says, so she knows these things. Just about patterns he has with girls he's dated before. But she also brings up how she feel like her and Portia is not in a good enough space for her to openly tell her what she know. And this is my thing about how they acting like Candy out here being a hater. The things that Candy know, Candy would have told Nene. Candy would have told Cynthia. Candy would have told whoever else because they're cool on that level. So the things that she know is making sense that she's saying, like, I don't know if I should I tell Portia? Because initially she talking about it with people who know the same things about him. Carmen knew the same shit, and so did the girl Jamie. They both all knew the same thing. So that's one thing. Now her bringing it up to Nene, Cynthia, and Marlo made sense because we in the same circle. Y'all cool with her. Should I tell her this or should I say leave it? Like, what should I do? I don't see nothing wrong with Candy asking that question, because if Candy had that same information and she was going to tell Nene or tell whoever else, it wouldn't be no issue if she being shady. It's because it's Portia. That's the only reason anybody making it be anything other than that. It's because it's Portia, and because she ain't talked to Portia yet. But like she said, me and Portia not cool like that. But I know this, and I'm wondering what to do, because we trying to get back on a better wavelength or whatever. So Marlo say I would tell, because I know last year Cynthia said Cynthia would want to know. Nene then said I wouldn't tell. I don't like getting in other people's business. I leave it be. Like, don't. She said don't say nothing. So Candy said, well, okay. You know what I'm saying? But Candy also says, I want to be clear. I want the best for Portia. I want Portia to be happy. You know what I'm saying? But I know this coming from me, people gonna say I'm hating. Okay, so that's why I just asked, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? Nene then says to everybody, everybody, okay, so no one is going to say nothing to Portia. We're going to leave it alone or whatever. We're going to just, let Portia figure it out on her own and let Portia play it by ear. Cool. So, you know what I'm saying? Nobody says nothing. That was what Nene said. No one tell Portia nothing. Candy, don't tell Portia. Leave it alone, because you right. Y'all not in a good enough space and she not going to listen. Okay. We know what's going to happen with that. Eva. I can see where this scene with Eva was going. So Eva, her mama, and one of her friends is wedding dress shop. And then little wedding dress, though, the dresses that she tried on was beautiful. It had so many, it was absolutely beautiful. Punk ass net, I see you. I'm gonna kill you in a minute. Anyway, y'all know, because they was gone for a while, and like a couple of a few was back. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Anyway, so Eva mama clearly is a diva, because Eva gets it from her mama. So I'm like, okay. Her mama like, even though, she getting married, I told her it's my wedding. You know what I'm saying? This is my wedding. I'm going to let her wear a white dress. I said, okay. So her mama didn't like nan dress. Every dress Eva tried on, her mama had a reason she didn't like it. Eva at one point said, mama, because they would say, walk out, don't look yet. Let us put a veil on you. Let us fix things. Like, before you look in the mirror, let us fix it. And you kind of open your eyes and see it. And at one point, Eva said, mama, stop telling me you don't like it before I even see the dress. Like, let me see it first, and then you can say how you feel after I say what I want to say. Which I think is perfectly fine. Like, mama, be quiet for a second. Like, your opinion, let me have my own opinion before your opinion changes my mind. One way or the other. Okay, let's say that. So I said, oh, this is what we're gonna get. Eva mama difficult, and her Eva gonna be bumping heads. I get it now. That's gonna be the point of Eva's story when her mama's involved. Okay, cool. So we then see them at lunch. I don't know why they broke these two scenes up, but whatever. I'm putting them together. 1 + 1 = 2. So they're at lunch discussing the wedding. Eva brings up how, the guest list is at 150 people, and out of the 150 people, only 40 of those guests are hers. All the others are Michael. So the mama then say, well, you know what I'm saying? I want to invite a couple more people. 2, 3, 4, 5 more people or whatnot, because I want to invite people who were able to support me and your father raising you. And not saying, you know what, that makes sense to me. Okay, I feel like we as children have to understand sometimes it took a whole village to raise us. So our parents had their own support system who helped raise us. Now, I'm guessing your mama not going to invite 30 more people, but if her mama want to invite 5 more people, I don't think that's that bad. Considering the fact that you have a guest list of 150 people and you have only invited 40, Michael got 110 people. He can give you, either you can add 10 more people or he can take 10 away so that the budget doesn't go up too far. Eva was like, oh, you think you can invite more people? And you saying, even if I don't want that, and when you add 1 or 2 more people, that just makes the budget go up, and we're trying to stay on budget. She then bring up how the budget was 80,000, it went to 90,000, now it's at 100,000. and more. I said, well, fucking dress you just tried on, they told you was 80 grand alone. Okay, well, no, it's 60 grand. Take the damn dress off. Anyway, but when Eva was like, that's, I don't want to add anybody more, I can see if she said, we have 150 people. He had 75 and I had 75. Or he has 60 and I have whatever, 90. Or if it was just closer, some kind of whatever. But when she said it's 150 and I have 40, meaning he's invited 110 people, your mother should be allowed to invite 5 more people. And if that raises the budget, then Michael should be accommodating and take off 4 or 5 people, because he has 110 people. 110 people. So Eva's argument to me didn't make any sense, because checks and balances, he has way more people invited anyway. Girl, bye. And I'm like, I don't, it was weird. And I think if the fact that she made it seem like if my mom invite 5 more people, the budget gonna go up $5,000 more, because each person costs us $1,000. Well, then Mike think, okay, mom, I'm gonna talk to Michael and see if he can who he can take away, because again, he has 110, he can give me 10 more people. Okay, we can do that. But she was like, no, I don't want to do that, and I don't want to be stressed out. And if anybody at my wedding is upset, it should not be me. If you at my wedding, you're upset, that's fine, because again, you not me. And I'm like, girl, it's just seemed too much or whatever. Her mama, you know what? I'm not gonna have this conversation. So her mama kind of shut her up. Like, I'm not having this conversation. Her mom, okay, mom is looking. Eva going fake cries, and the reason I'm saying she fake cries because I felt like Eva is on the show, and they then was sitting there eating in silence. You hear the plates, you hear the forks in the plates or whatever. It's boring, ain't no show. And she know I have to be entertaining. Okay, let me put, and I'm not saying that her tears weren't real. I'm saying that was also real convenient. She crying, pick up her napkin, dabbing her eyes, making noise so her mama knows she crying. Her mama didn't say shit. Her mama ignored the whole scene. I just need a minute. And she went to the bathroom. I said, I wonder if she wanted her mama to follow her to the bathroom. I just felt like, you know what I'm saying? It was a scene. Okay, and scene. So in the bathroom, she would talk to the producer, like, I just don't think she get it or whatever. And I think, my mom don't realize how sometimes she makes things more difficult and it's overwhelming. I felt like your mama asked you, could she invite people who helped you, her and your daddy raise you to your wedding, and you're her only daughter. They not gonna really plan any more weddings, because she only has brothers. So I would have gave my mama 5 more guests. Okay, ma, you can invite 5 more people, and that's it. I wouldn't have said no. But it's a show. I have to give him a show. So she come back to say, well, I'm sorry for, crying or whatever. Well, baby, I'm sorry for making you cry. We're going to work this out or whatever. I wanted to be a good experience for both. They made up. Eva said she wants it to be a good experience for them both. And her mama say, we'll figure it out so that you not stressed. Girl, bye. Okay. We do see Shamari and Ron talking or whatever, the whole baby party coming up, and he it went from 20 people to 100 people for their over 100 people for their 1-year-old twins birthday party. She brings up how it was such a hard pregnancy, how one twin almost died, so they ended up having to had babies early because of the one twin who was in distress. So she's like, I wanted to be a great grand celebration. I get it, but I'm like, 100 people, girl. Okay, but she also brings up how because she was bedridden because she was on bed rest and all that happened, she also never had a baby shower. So it's like a celebration of it all. Okay, she then brings up how at the little barbecue at Cynthia's house, the question was brought up, has anybody ever been in an open relationship? And she told them yes, she has. She brought it up how her and Ronnie had an open relationship 6 years ago. He like, you thought it was cool to talk about that at the table? Like, I'm saying, was y'all drinking? Like, I'm saying, everybody just don't need to know everything. And he didn't seem upset, but he also wasn't happy about it. But he was upset. He was just more like, you don't need to be so open about our life or whatever. And I'm like, bro, you on a whole reality show. Everything y'all ever done is gonna come out. Okay, I'm pretty sure in about 2-3 weeks, whoever the people was who y'all was fucking gonna come out with their story. So just get ready for it. Anyway, she's like, well, for me, I'm not ashamed of my past. Like, it doesn't define me now, and it is what it is. She brings up also how when she met him, she had just turned 21. She had not experienced everything that she wanted to experience. So she's like, instead of cheating on him, I'm saying, I just asked them, can we have an open marriage? She said, but it basically backfired. She said, because her open relationship with somebody else was much more deeper than the ones he was having with whoever else. I feel like he probably was just out fucking random people while she was having a full-fledged relationship with somebody else, meaning it got too intense or whatever. And she said it almost made them divorce. So I'm looking like, damn, so you asked for open marriage and then you almost got divorced? Girl, you cannot open Pandora's box. When you open Pandora's box, you cannot. Can't handle. And the funny part is, Kenya was in the movie Pandora's Box. What was it called? Choice? Pandora's Box? Something like that. It was a movie about a couple who was a couple and they had a threesome and it backfired. It was that whole thing. Anyway, so the producer asked her, like, in the confession, like, but weren't you and him, like, at some parts, like, separated? And she said, yeah, there were times when we were apart, meaning it was real bad. Like, it wasn't like, okay, we just upset. Like, they separated here and there because of stuff, okay? And he bring up how for him it was just a hard time in a marriage. So, what I'm saying, he's not trying to keep, bringing that shit up, even though, they good now. And then she was like, I was just a little bi-curious. Said you was bi-crazy. I said, look, when you bi-curious, that's not innocent. Just because you are curious about the same sex as a woman does not mean that it can't damage or it can't hurt your marriage. My thing is, once you married, be married. Don't go out looking to do things separate from your spouse. If you want to do things, have threesomes. Okay, at least y'all both included. But when you have open relationships where you can go out and do things separate from your husband, that don't work all the time. It doesn't. But I'm pretty sure he had cheated before, you know what I'm saying? So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Anyway, we see short little scene, with Nene, Greg, and Brent. We first see the part that seems as if it's like a cooking session. Their cook or their chef is showing how they can make healthy smoothies for Greg, so he can be, healthy or whatever. So we see that going on. I hate smoothies. Because the consistency is weird. I'm weird. Like, I don't. But no. Anyway, just give me a good raw carrot. Give me a good pickle. Okay. Give me some greens. That's about it. Anyway, and I only like raw carrots. I hate cooked carrots. I hate cooked carrots. It's just this. It's weird. Anyway, they then say how they're waiting for the phone call from the doctors to see the results of Greg's testing to see if he has any cancer or tumor cells in his body since they did a surgery to remove the cancer. So they do get a phone call from the doctor's office, you know what I'm saying? And they're told that the test came back positive that there are active tumor cells in Greg's body. And so their suggestion is that he does chemo for 6 months, like a chemo IV or whatever for 6 months, because those few cells they found could rapidly increase and multiply, and then it's a whole bad situation. So they're like, chemo is the best option to handle it, even though the amount of cells aren't alarming, like an overly amount of cells, but they still like, that's not good. And the best way to make sure that we get it before it escalates is to start chemo. And the doctor said, Nene then said, but wasn't, but if you tested me, like, wouldn't I come back positive for a couple tumor cells here and there? And the doctor said, no, not at all. Like, we would hope it would come back fully negative, because if you have positive cells, it's it's a cancer in your body. So I get Nene was thinking maybe these little amounts came up because it's in everybody. She's like, no, that's not how this goes. Not how any of this works. Anyway, Greg just says, okay, I just need some time to think about it or whatever, just to process this all. And when he hangs up, he's like, my faith was through the roof. He said, I just don't want to do chemo. Like, I don't want to do it. I'm looking like, oh, okay. So we're going to see how that plays out. Because, that's the end of it. Anyway, we then see the baby's party. The DeVoe spent $10,000 at least. And she said we spent at least $10,000 on this party, and we invited over 100 people for these 1-year-old babies. And the party was at their house. First of all, it looked like their house ain't big enough to comfortably hold 100 people without everybody being hot. Okay, you're in Atlanta, and the one thing I hate is when people want to have parties at their house just because it has space. But bitch, can your house handle all the people in the like? Will the air conditioning work with all these people? Like, I don't want to come to your house and I'm hot and I'm miserable. Like, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because Marlo came, Candy came, and Eva came. Where Marlo came with her nephew. Oh, I'm hot. You hot too? He like, I say because all them damn black folk. Anyway, when Kenny and Todd get there, and they Ken like, oh yeah, let's put some money in the car. Like, do you have any cash on you? He like, oh yeah, I got some cash on me. He like, well, how much you want to put in there? And Ken said, oh, at least $100 per kid. He said $100 per kid. Like, I don't even know them kids. I cracked up laughing, even though he was joking, and Kenny rolled her eye. He like, I'm just joking, but I get what he mean. Like, I don't know them kids. I don't know them kids. Anyway, that was cute and funny. Because, of course, they brought Ace. Eva brought her, Marley and her son. And then Marlo brought her nephew. So on the inside, we do see, what I'm saying, they all chit-chatting or whatever. We do see Ryan come up to Ken like, oh, hey, Kenny, whatever. Oh, what you gonna say this time? You know what I'm saying? He brought up the whole Great Escapes or whatever. And I like how he said, like, I'm saying, I think Shamari must have told him, I think they felt some kind of way with you critiquing Candy. Or I think Candy may have felt some kind of way with you critiquing her, considering who she is. And I feel like that was his way of saying, because he said, like, I respect you, whatever, and I see how you've been building your brand or whatever, and how, you great in these streets, so I respect you, so I would never, like, correct you, whatever. So I felt like that was his way of saying, like, I didn't mean what I said before. I didn't mean it to come off that way. And I get how it did, but I respect you. I thought that was cute. When they sit on Chin Chan or whatever, they bring up how Portia not coming and how Nene not coming, and they show how at Cynthia's party, she had asked Portia to come, so, oh, you can bring your niece. She said she gonna be with her daddy, and Portia said it as in, I don't want to come, so I don't need no reason to come. I ain't coming, basically. She might bring up how her and Portia both went to same, like, elementary, middle, and high school, so they should kind of be cool, considering they're on the same show now. And I agree, but whatever. But she said, I felt like Portia gave me weird vibes for that, for her not want to come. And she's like, plus for her kind of insinuating, like, I don't have good fashion, or I need, like, a makeover. Candy then said, well, no, it was really Eva who applied at first. Like, it wasn't really Portia. Candy. People saying Candy messy this season. I don't think she messy. I think she's just trying to not be boring. So she's doing the same thing anybody else on the show do. They're just not used to her doing it as much. And I think before, because you had Kenya, you had Sheree doing little shit, they not there. So more people, because they're not sitting there to do it now. Before, Candy or Cynthia or even Portia sometimes didn't have to do shit because Sheree and Kenya would probably say something if something was going on or whatever. So I get, they just not used to Candy, bringing shit up. Let's just say that. Anyway, but I also feel like she wasn't being messy. She was telling Shamari, these damn names. She was telling Shamari, like, don't feel like Portia did it because it wasn't Portia. It was more even than Portia. So I'm like, that was, in one way, it was her defending Portia. But whatever. Shamari gonna say, I can't believe she looks so plain. I said, girl, who cares? Eva come in at the same time, and she said, they all talking or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, that was no tea, that was no shade or whatever. It was just, conversation. And then Candy, like, what? Recently, Eve was always trying to explain stuff after she said it. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't mean the way she said it, or she didn't say it at all. And I'm like, she really, really do. Eva then, like, I don't know how it's been insinuated that I was shading Shamari how she looked or whatever. I say, well, first of all, Eva's out here backpedaling, pussy popping. Okay, she out there pussy popping on the handstand while backpedaling. And, they then showed the scene of Eva saying, following the rules. I'm going to pass the peach to Shamari. And they showed Cynthia that the rule was if someone asked a question, if you don't want to answer the question, give the peach to who you think the question is about. And she gave it to Shamari and then said, well, following the rules, I'm going to give it to Shamari. Meaning you was saying that she needed a makeover. And I'm like, but Eve again be backpedaling and pussy popping all the damn time. But they kind of squashed it, whatever, wasn't a big deal, and they all sing happy birthday to the babies. So we see Candy, Todd, and Don Juan at the somewhere together, talking about all the stuff Candy has coming up, conventions here, new openings for that, all these things and shit. Candy is busy. Okay, so I really do. It irks my nerve when someone say Candy should be too busy to be worrying about Portia. They on a fucking show, like they're on a show. They're on the show, and Candy be talking about stuff while she coming from or going to business meeting. I'm like, miss with the bullshit. But she brings up how she knows stuff about Dennis, okay, and how she asks, should I tell Portia? Don Juan says no. He says simply because it don't matter how genuine you are saying it. It does not matter how genuine you are saying it to Portia. Someone will make it seem as if you being fake and phony or you being some kind of way, you're not gonna be able to win in that situation. He said it the perfect way. It don't matter how nice you being about it. You can't win. They gonna find some kind of way to make you look bad about either saying it or even thinking it. Cool. So, she said, well, the thing about it is Portia know that I have been asking that I asked the girls about it or whatever, or that I said some stuff. They're like, well, how you know? She said, well, because the girls that Dennis talked to have been hitting me up because he was hitting them up, asking them what they told me because Portia cussed him out mad because she heard that I said, he had dated other girls and he also got the other girl's name tattooed on him. This is the simple, true shit, true factual shit. Like, no tea, no shade. She said, so she feel like Nene told her. She said, but I don't know why, because Nene was who said, like, we not going to tell her nothing. So why would Nene go back and then tell her anyway if you said let's leave it alone? So, she said because she don't think it would have been Cynthia. And she don't think it would have been Marlo because she said, I don't feel like her and Marlo that cool. It had to be Nene because her and Nene are like big sister, little sister, whatever. I thought initially, I'm like, I wonder if it was Marlo because Marlo kept saying like I would tell. So I thought it was Marlo, personally. So we then see they all meet up. We see Portia sit at the table first and Candy walk in. So it was all supposed to be meeting up. And it just so happened Portia and Candy was first to there. It was awkward, bitch. It was so awkward. And Portia's upset or whatever, saying how Candy out here being messy, whatever. I'm talking about innocent. She don't want me to be happy. I'm saying? I would think that she'd be too busy selling dildos and anal plugs to be worried about me and Dennis. So I said, girl, bye. I mean, she still has people working for her selling her stuff. That ain't stopping no money. Nobody can do nothing. Portia saying that just reminded me it's exactly what Don Juan said. It don't matter what Candy said or how they gonna make it be some kind of way. But I digress. Because again, if it was anybody else who had that information, they would not be called messy. They were like, oh, well, she just being a friend, pass along the information. But anyway, goes to we see everybody come up. Everybody get there. Whatever it was, Cynthia came and Nene came, and Cynthia said she's gonna be opening up a wine bar. I'm like, Cynthia opened up a wine bar. We see Rashida opening up a lounge. Everybody in Atlanta trying to open up real estate. I mean, I get it, but hell, how many more bars do they need? But I digress. Anyway, so as they're sitting up there talking or whatever, Portia keeps bringing up Dennis in one way or the other. Dennis is this, that, da 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 da. So Ken, like, I don't know why we sitting here up here acting as if we don't know that Portia's upset with me. Like, why are we ignoring it? So she then said, you know what, look, I know you upset. I heard you was upset or whatever. Because you were told that I knew something about Dennis or whatnot, because, so she brings it up. And she then say, and I assume that Nene told you. Okay? And then Nene like, no, no, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Portia at first say, I didn't tell you Nene said that. And she looks over at Nene and she's laughing. Meaning Nene did say it, but I didn't tell you she said it. But Candy said, well, I figure who else would it be? Like it had to be Nene. Nene then say, I don't get involved in other people's relationships. So we see that whole thing. Candy like, girl, whatever. Because Candy like, I know you lying, but whatever. Portia in the scene don't say Nene lying, but she looked like it was Nene who told her, whatever. So in a confessional, the producers asked Nene, did you tell Portia? Nene says, all I know is what Candy told me, and I ain't talked to Portia about it. Portia then say, Nene called me up and Nene told me whatever, and then she said that Candy didn't want to tell me because she did not know how I would feel having it come from her. The fact that Nene said that to you should have let you know Candy wasn't trying to be messy, but you still made it be like Candy was being messy because, you felt like how it got to you was messy. But Nene, you out your own mouth said, Nene said that she didn't want it to feel like it was messy coming from her and she didn't know how to talk to you. I'm like, girl, bad. So first of all, Portia has made Nene be out to be a liar because Nene was saying that she did not say it and Portia was saying, yes, she did. We also saw them on Instagram after the show aired where Nene like, oh, sister's supposed to have your back, whatever, real ride or die. But then the same sister throw you up under the bus. I'm like, and then Portia was responding back like, whatever, girl, you text me and said one thing and then post something different, bitch, bye. So I'm like, I guess now the doors is open or closed. Portia and Nene door is a doggy door. Okay, it come and go on. It comes and goes. Anyway, Portia brings up how I'm happy with him. We happy together, you know what I'm saying? He has my name tattooed on him or whatever. And they're like, oh, do we? Because again, Candy brought up with his old girls, that's what he would do. She then said, he got all kind of tattoos, whatever. I may be looking at a name, from before, whatever, forever. And Candy said, right. You know what I'm saying? It's true, he do have a woman's name tattooed on him, but whatever. Portia then said how Dennis didn't like it because Dennis felt like, I don't know Candy. I don't know Candy at all, and her saying shit is messy. I get what Dennis mean. I don't know her at all. But Dennis, you fucked her friends. What guys act like they don't think when you fuck friends they don't talk about it. Like, bruh, they talk about it. But whatever. Anyway, Nene does say, well, maybe do you think about this? I'm saying maybe the conversation was out of concern, the same way you were concerned about Cynthia last year with her and Will. She said, yeah, but I would not talk to Cynthia. But you and Cynthia cool, you and Candy not. And again, Candy's whole point was, should I tell her? And if I tell her, how was she going to take it? And they all said, she not going to take it well. And she didn't. So, I mean, at this point, I'm happy she know. So, Candy won't bring it up no more. And we see they're going to meet up next episode. And we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, that's how it goes off. So, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget to comment in the comment section. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Okay? I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.
He's like love, love, love.